Hi. Okay, hi, I'm George, this is Rory, Chris and Jenna, and we're Team Just Jam. I came up with the idea for an app in the pre-course when my band was looking to find a drummer. We're trying to find someone a bit different, a bit interesting, and we thought someone who we could listen to before we actually have to jam with them, so both of our time wouldn't be wasted. So yeah, Rory's going to give you a little bit of a demo and explain how the app works.
So here, for instance, is a typical user. He's looking a bit dejected because his Michael Jackson tribute band is currently a band of one. But, come on, Joe. Well, you know. But, thankfully, in a second, he's going to have this amazing idea that he wishes he had an app to use. Thankfully, he does. And she goes on here. He fills out a basic profile, his name, location, genres, and very importantly, sort of what sort of musician he is, in which case it's a drummer, as you can see, and then a basic bio, so they have a bit of information about themselves, then an all-important image, so because of course very important for any band, and then an audio track, because some people when they're looking at you would like to hear what you sound like before they sort of decide to form a band with you. There he is with his lovely profile. And he can choose, he can filter it, so he's sort of looking for, and he looks for all these amazing singers. Sadly, they're all dead. Except for one. So he clicks on that one, just in a second, and it views her amazing profile.
She was more like a beauty queen.
So obviously impressed with the track there. And then he goes, you can use the live chat function, which is real time for both participants. And you see he's just contacting her right through it. And then, you know, get a contact back. And then, see, things are moving quite quickly now. See, very, very forward, this conversation. Well, I guess everyone's a critic somewhere. And see a nice happy meeting, and then shortly later, a lovely band.
Okay, so I'm just going to run you through the technology that we used by giving you an example of how data flows through our app. So suppose that you're filling out your profile and you want to submit that. So you fill out the form. You click submit. This passes via an HTTP request to the server, which we built using Node and Express. The image and the audio data are then stored on the cloud using Amazon Web Services. The link to these files and the other profile information, that's stored on the database, for which we use MongoDB. So for the chat functionality, we needed users to be able to chat in real time, and therefore we couldn't use HTTP for that. So therefore we had to use these things called WebSockets, which I'll probably leave it to another group to explain what WebSockets are. Finally, we obviously tested our app really well using a number of different testing frameworks.
Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about the process and how our app came together. So we had daily meetings, stand-ups and retros at the end of the day. So we were all on the same page and knew exactly what was going on. We drew a lot of diagrams to understand how things were going. It's a bit of a mess here, but you can kind of see like we were getting our ideas on the board and just making sure everyone was on the same page. We were originally going to make this a mobile app, kind of build it straight into the phone, but we decided to change to a web app so we could use technologies like Node and Express and use JavaScript. So we're still learning something new, but using something familiar at the same time. We spent the first day learning how to use Node and then tried using a technology called React, but we were a bit intimidated by this, and we realized we wouldn't be able to do what we achieved in this time if we'd used a different technology. So now I'm going to pass you over to Jenna.
So needless to say, there were definitely some struggles. Numero uno, norovirus, pesky norovirus. Thanks, Rory. That pretty much took Rory out for the first week, so we were man down. The biggest struggle really was just generally deciding on the types of technology we needed to use, both to kind of build the app that we wanted and also to test it, and then use those particular frameworks in a way that was the most effective for what we wanted to achieve. So that really was a really steep learning curve for us, but I think hopefully we did really well. And the final struggle really was just general conflicting code changes, so various people working on different features and trying to bring that together in a way that didn't break everything. But success-wise, we reached our minimum viable product in 3 days. So for us, this was just a really basic app that kind of captured the essence of what we were trying to achieve. So for us, it was just being able to create a profile, being able to view some users and being able to just look at their profile, so nothing amazing. But we all had a really clear idea of what we were trying to achieve, so we knew what our target was, we knew what our focus was, and generally as a team we worked really well together. So actually it kind of came together quite seamlessly and quite easily. And obviously we've now sold out our first gig in Wembley Arena, so. Hopefully this is all summarised in our lovely mood graph. As you can see, hectic drop at day 2, but we picked it up from there. We're back at a 10. Thank you.